Troy Harrison, the Sales Navigator here. And today I want to talk about cold outreach. And when I talk about cold outreach, for once, I'm not talking about telephone prospecting. I'm talking about outreach by methods such as LinkedIn and email. And if you're doing a lot of that, good chance you're failing because most salespeople do fail pretty badly at cold outreach. So today, I want to talk about 4 reasons why your cold outreach is probably failing and how you can succeed. So, the 4 big reasons why cold outreach fails. Number 1, it sounds like everyone else. Look, every industry has what I call kind of their standard sales pitch. I got to be honest, I get a ton of these messages from SEO companies, from people who say that they can help my website, people who say they can help my Instagram viewers. I don't even hardly participate on Instagram. But they have the same generic messages blasted at me. I bet I get a dozen of these things a day. What do I do with all of them? I file 13 them because nobody sounds any different. I don't care what industry is. Your industry has a standard sales pitch. If you want to be noticed, get outside of that and speak to something that the other people in your industry aren't. 2, it's too vague. What do I mean by being too vague? Well, too vague includes words like, I want to partner up, or I want to pool resources, or anything vague that doesn't get to what they actually do for a living and how they actually want to interact with you. Be specific. As my friend Patricia Fripp says, specificity brings memorability. Look, if you're being vague about why you want the appointment, it's probably because you're convinced that the customer doesn't see any value in what you do, which means that you don't see any value in what you do. So figure out what the actual value is in what you do, and then be proud of it and be specific and passionate in your messaging. Number 3, your messaging is generic. It's not one-to-one. Most of the messages that I get, that your prospects get nowadays, are very generic. They don't speak at all to us as human beings. People are up to their ass in generic sales messaging on LinkedIn, on email, on Facebook, and on any other social media that you want to talk about. If you want to be memorable, speak one-to-one. Display some knowledge of what it is that they actually do, not just based on their industry or what they say that they do, but what you have seen in their profile or in their company website. Speak directly to them and give them a direct benefit about what you can do for them. You might get an audience. And number 4, and this is probably the worst, blasting sales messages right away. I see this all the time. People send a connection request and you connect with them, and then immediately you get the hard sell message from them. Don't do that. Take time to form a relationship. I've said this before. Prospecting is a slow play nowadays, and don't be afraid to slow play it a little bit. Begin by engaging. Start forming a relationship. Your first message to somebody should be a soft message about how you appreciate the connection. You're looking forward to networking with them. If you hit them with a hard sell message right out of the gate, guess what? You're probably going to get disconnected with. So if you want to be memorable and if you want to be successful in your cold outreach, do the opposite. Find a way to message in a way that is different from the other people in your industry. Stand out from the crowd. Number 2, be specific. Don't be vague. Number 3, speak one-to-one, not one-to-many. Number 4, don't blast sales messages right away. Look, a lot of the conventional messaging crap out there right now functions on the law of large numbers. But the trouble is now you've got to work on really, really large numbers to get anything out of it because there's so much of that. Find ways to stand out from the crowd, be specific, be one-to-one. You probably won't fail in your cold outreach. Thanks for watching. I'm Troy Harrison. Now, if you enjoyed this video and if it was helpful to you, you know the drill. Like it, share it, subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you next time.